Hello there, good morning and welcome to Claret and Booze. My name's John, aka Virgil, aka Lego Head, whatever it is you want to call me. This is Claret and Booze. If you like today's show, then please hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, then please do so. Claret and Booze at YouTube is completely free, doesn't cost you a penny, you're tight gits. And if you hit the bell notification, you'll be advised as and when we go live or upload any shows like this one. So where do we start today? Well, we're going to start with a tweet that I saw late last night whilst working in London, London's fifth emergency service, London taxi driver. West Ham have rejected Inter Milan's initial approach of 20 million euros plus add-ons for Gianluca Scamacca. Inter Milan will return with new proposals in the next days, close to a 25 million euro package. West Ham's asking price is understood to be around 30 million euros. Well, we probably knew it was coming, and now that bids are starting to come in, it would seem that the move of Scamacca away from West Ham United back to Italy is imminent. It would also prove that obviously his agents have had conversations with clubs like Inter Milan, because that's how it happens. You know, clubs say, is he keen? Agents say yes, and that's when bids start to happen. Inter Milan were in pursuit of Romelu Lukaku on a permanent basis, but that deal has fallen through with Lukaku looking to move to Juventus now, with Vlahovic going the other way. So the merry-go-round of strikers in Serie A has begun. And unfortunately for us as West Ham United fans, Scamacca is part of that chain of events. Now, to me, it's a massive shame that Scamacca is going to be going, but it would show how unhappy he really is at the club to almost, give up after one season. It's a terrible shame because I really liked what I saw from Scamacca in his short time at the club. Some of his appearances and some of his performances really sort of gave me hope that we've found a striker, that would get us a few goals in a season. Let's be honest, we don't ever seem to have many strikers that do that for us. But it would also prove how unhappy he is at the club and how unhappy he is playing under David Moyes, I'm afraid to say. Obviously, in his short time here, he's seen that the style of play that Moyes plays isn't for him. And obviously, he wants away now. You hoped that the European Conference League win would have softened the blow for him, would have possibly made him think, hang on a minute, this club's going somewhere. But I'm sure that the loss of Declan Rice and the lack of transfer activity would have also made him stand up and take notice, because these players want to be playing with good players around them. These players, they want to be playing with the best of the best. Iron sharpens iron. And unfortunately for West Ham, look, a lot of people are going to say he's lazy, glad he's going anyway. But, there was a player there. Let's not forget that every striker we bring in pretty much falls by the wayside. And we as fans are already slagging off Danny Ings as well. But you've got to start pointing the finger of blame in regards to this graveyard of strikers that we've had at David Moyes. Because his job is to get the best out of players, whatever and whoever that player is and whatever their style might be. So it's a shame to see Scamacca go. I'm still hoping he might be here at the start of the season, and he might get some game time, and he might change his mind. But I can't see it. I think he wants out now, and the rumours have been flying around for a long time. So it's a massive shame there. But Inter Milan are going to come back in with a second offer, and if they get close to the 30 million euros that West Ham want, or 30 million pounds that West Ham want, then it may be a case of see you later, Gianluca. Now, obviously, we lost Declan Rice and we've been trying to fill that hole for some time. Many, many players have been linked, and two types of players. The Moyes type player, if you like, because people have been calling it ready-made Premier League players, like Scott McTominay, like James Ward-Prowse. And it would seem that we have given up our pursuit now of Southampton's James Ward-Prowse, if stories are to be believed today. West Ham are not happy with the asking price that Southampton want. They're not happy to go any higher than supposedly the 25 million that we've offered. So it would seem that the James Ward-Prowse deal has fallen through. which leads me on to Youssouf Fofana. Breaking news last night as well that I read is that Youssouf Fofana and the pursuit of Monaco's 24-year-old French international is hotting up. The club have decided to move away from non-Tim Steidten players, and in order to try and keep Tim happy and to keep him at the club and to make his role look worthwhile, they are now going to move strongly for Youssouf Fofana. Now, to me, this is a no-brainer. We could have and should have maybe started the ball rolling on this one a few weeks back, because now Chelsea are apparently also interested in signing Youssouf Fofana from Monaco. Youssouf Fofana is everything we need, really. Strong, powerful, great tackler. He's a French international. You know, he got into the French national team purely on the fact that they had lots of injuries in that position. So he was given his chance and he hasn't looked back. He's taken the ball by the horns, and the French national team are, you know, he's picked all the time now. So for me, not just to keep Tim happy, but, you know, to get a like-for-like more replacement, you know, for Declan Rice, Youssouf Fofana's got to be the one now. We have to push forward with him. He's 24 years of age, as I say. So whilst the whole resale value nonsense doesn't appeal to me, I don't care about the resale value of a player. I care about the age and the longevity. You know, you can look at him and say you could quite easily have him at the club for 4 or 5 years. So for me, Youssouf Fofana is a must. Another position that we're looking to probably look into is left back. As we know, Aaron Cresswell would seemingly want away from the club as well. This is not because he hates the club. This is not because he hates the fans or anything like that. This is purely based on the fact that Wolverhampton Wanderers are willing to offer him a 3-year deal. And at the age of 33, you know, a 3-year deal is huge for any player, let alone Cresswell. Apparently now Cresswell is, you know, pretty much refusing to play or train. He's tried to speak to David Sullivan directly to try and get West Ham to drop their asking price, which is apparently £5 million. I mean, this again is the way West Ham do business. You know, Cresswell's been a great servant to us over the 9 years. Yes, we know in recent times his legs are gone and he's made the odd few mistakes, but you can never question his commitment to the cause and what he's done for the club. And as a club, we should have the utmost respect for what he's done and allow him to leave to go to Wolves. I think Wolves have offered £2.5 million or something. I mean, they're in a bit of a state. I don't really know what's going on at Wolves as a club, to be honest with you. But if he wants to go, then let him go. Let him walk away. And you know, there's plenty of left backs out there. You've got that French under-21 international Truth Hurt, and the truth does hurt, who we've been linked with. But also today we've been linked with a kid from Bristol City. Now, I don't know much about this player. I've had to look him up, I'm not going to lie. But apparently West Ham are looking into the purchase of Bristol City left back Cameron Pring. Cameron Pring is 25 years of age. As I say, he's played at Bristol City. And he came through his youth career at Cheltenham Town. Since his time at Bristol City, since 2016, he signed for them. He's been on loan with Guernsey, Merthyr Town, Aldershot Town, Hereford, Newport County, Cheltenham Town, Walsall and Portsmouth. My God, that's a lot of loan deals. He's played 64 first-team games for Bristol City, scoring 1 goal. As I say, I don't know much about him. And with all due respect, he probably is a good player. But again, I'm sure Tim knows more, you know, more potentially knows more quality left backs out there from overseas. So for me, Cameron Pring, I'm sure he's a good player, but I'd rather go for Truth Hurt. I just think, you know, I'm not sure, put it that way. So where do we go next? Well, yesterday my phone started to go nuts. Because on the Paddy Power app, betting was suspended on the next permanent manager of West Ham United. That's right. Someone sent me a screenshot of Paddy Power's app where we had Michael Carrick at 7-1, Will Steele at 13-2, Graham Potter at 5-2, and the betting on Xabi Alonso was apparently suspended. Now, that would fill most West Ham fans with joy, I believe. And it would also fill Tim Steidten with joy because Tim Startin has a great working relationship with Xabi Alonso. It was he who plucked Xabi Alonso from Real Sociedad B and gave him his opportunity at managing, coaching a first team proper. This weekend, we actually played Bayer Leverkusen in a pre-season friendly. So you could say that this was almost an interview for Xabi Alonso to get the job at West Ham. Look, we all know Moyes is walking a tightrope. We all know Moyes probably hasn't got long left if things don't change in terms of performances and results. Xabi Alonso, for me, would be a great fit. He's a young, progressive manager. He knows the Premier League very well, obviously, during his playing career. He had a great spell playing for Liverpool. So for me, Xabi Alonso would be a great appointment. Listen, that's my ramble done. Let me know what you think on what I've discussed. Gianluca Scamacca to leave. Let me know your thoughts on that. Terrible shame, in my opinion. James Ward-Prowse move, dead in the water. I'm sure many of you are happy about that. I'm happy about that because I'm happy for once that West Ham haven't gone over the odds with the ridiculous price tag that I believe Southampton have put on him. Tell me what you think about the Aaron Cresswell saga. This kid, Cameron Pring, apparently being looked at. Let me know what you think about him. Let me know what you think about the next appointment of manager. Would Xabi Alonso be would that appeal to you as West Ham fans? I think it would for most. So if you've enjoyed today's show, please hit the like button. If you haven't already done so, as I say, why not subscribe to our YouTube channel? We've got another show this evening. Nick's doing a 2 Hammer show tonight, I believe. So thanks for watching. Come on, you irons.